All right, guys, so we had so much fun doing project 1 that I figured, hey, let's do project 2 together. Then you should be able to do projects 3 and 4 on your own. So let's go back to our Schoology and let's get to our projects folder. Remember, it's all in your materials section. Our projects folder is the big green folder, and when you click on your projects folder, you'll see a couple activities. We did HTML activity number 1. Which looked like the following. We made a web page, we put a title tab at the top, we put some information in the body, but it just didn't look like we thought it should look. It didn't look like the actual HTML code that we had typed in. So now we're going to make this code look just like we want it to. So let's go to HTML activity 2. When we get to activity 2, we're going to click on our instructions. Our instructions are downloaded. When you click on the download, it's just going to give you this page. We were on page 1. We ignored this information here. We typed in this code. We typed in this text. And we ended up with the page we had. So now activity 2 says, okay, you have learned to use a text editor, entering, starting tags, and creating a view of a web page. Let's be honest, it isn't beautiful. It's not. It's hardly the stuff that web pages are made of. Yeah. It's time to take the next step and learn about formatting tags. Okay, you're probably familiar with the term formatting. We are. But when you format a page, you can change the margins, bold a heading, create an indentation, and add other effects to your word processing document. The purpose of formatting is to make your document easier to read. Sounds great to me. It's exactly what we want. They tell us how to save it. Again, we don't have to worry too much about saving because we're doing all of our stuff online. However, it says open last name, first name, activity1.html. That is what this was named. Remember, we made that special naming. If you're not sure about it, you can go to your downloads folder, and there it is, my Tuka Jamal activity1.html. Great. So I got that. Normally, we'd have to open that up to get back to this HTML text, but we already have the text, so we're fine. It says enter the opening tag center before the word hi. So here's the word hi. They want me to put an opening tag center. I know that's an opening tag because there's no forward slash. Remember the difference between an opening tag and a closing tag. It's this forward slash. So that's an opening tag. There's no forward slash. It says center before the word hi. Enter the closing tag center after the name. So here's my name. I'm going to put the closing tag center, which looks just like the opening, except it has a forward slash. So there's center. I open and close center. And then it says enter the open H1 tag before the word hi. So I can put 2 tags in front of the same content. So similar, H1. That's my opening H1. And then it says enter the close H1 tag after your name. So I like to nest it both inside my open and close tags, but it doesn't matter. I could put it after the close center tag. So forward slash H1. There we go. So it's open and closed. Let's take a look at this so you can see all the text. There you go. And there's my center tags on the bottom line. Notice this H1 tag could have been underneath it. It could be on the same line. That is not important where it's located, as long as the information is in between it. It says enter a paragraph tag to provide a space between your name and the sentence that describes where you live. So here's where I live. I want to put a paragraph tag. Paragraph tag is called a P tag. And then I'm going to close the P tag. They said where I live, right? H3 tag. This is where I live, so I'm going to close it with the P tag. It says enter H3 tag open and H3 tag close around the remainder of the text. I'm going to put my H3 tag around the remainder of the text. So everything else was H1 tag. So here's where I'm going to put my H3 tag. And right before the ending, I'm going to put my closing H3 tag. Good. It says add a BR tag after where you live, where you were born. Okay, so, my closing P tag I put in the wrong spot. I'm going to put my closing P tag. Oh, I cut it out, pasted it back so that it was easily. So that's going to be a paragraph. Nope, I don't want it there. You know where I want it? This is going to be my paragraph. Good. And this is where I need to break up my line. So BR. You know, I told you every tag has an opening and closing tag, not the BR tag. I just need an open tag. So that's my BR tag. It's going to break that line into two parts. Won't be one. And then finally, let's take a look and see what we have after the BR tag. Create a paragraph tag. Leave a double space in between. Oh, we're going to create an unordered list. So they want us to put a new P tag. And then we're going to start our unordered list by typing the words I, I2, colon. We're going to go unordered list. So that's UL. And then we have to put in, oops. And remember, lowercase or capital, it doesn't matter. But I just like the look of things to be similar. We're going to put in list items. LI. For list item. That's an I. Followed by 5 things I like to do. So what do I like to do? I like to read. And then I'm going to go LI. Oops. LI. Play chess. LI. Coach sports. LI. Watch movies. LI. Read, play chess, coach sports, watch movies. What else do I like to do? Start businesses. All right. So then I got to close my unordered list. And how do you close it? Remember that /UL is closed. Close my H3 because that's all going to be bodied. Good. Close the body, close the HTML. Let's download this. It's been saved as text1. Here's what it looks like as a text file. Okay, that's exactly what we want it to look like. That's the web page. But more importantly, let's resave it so I can see it in the browser. Where do I want to go? So, got to go to my browser. There's my text1. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it my Atuka Jamal activity 2. But I don't want it to be a .txt. It needs to be a .html. Save it. Yes, I want to use it as a HTML. Let's see it. And there's our web page. This is the H1. See how big and bold that is? And it's centered in the middle of our page. Here's our H3 information, nice, bold, and dark. Notice the double spacing in the lines to give us the spacing. That's that paragraph tag we use. Let's look at the code while we're... Oops, wrong one. There it is. So now with the H1 and the center tags, it's bold and centered. With the P tag, we get paragraphs. With the H3 tag, heading tag, now it's dark and it's smaller. Remember, the bigger the number, the smaller the text. And then finally, our unordered list, which are bullet points. Each list item stood for a bullet point. And those are the things I liked. Hey, this activity 2. Did it on our own. I need you to do 3 and 4 on your own. If you have any questions, send me an email. Let's talk about it. Have fun, guys.